Hey YouTube, it's your boy D7 here, and of course the new Pwnage Tool has been released, so this is great news for people that are wanting to preserve their baseband and use the unlock on the latest firmware. Now in this video I'm going to show you how to create your custom firmware and of course then restore to it in iTunes. Now there's going to be two download links, guys. There's going to be one of course to the new Pwnage Tool, which is here at the Dev Team's blog. And there's also going to be a download link for the firmware. You need to download your respective firmware for your device to the Mac desktop, okay? Now, this is what's supported within the Pwnage Tool software. iPhone 3G, iPhone 3GS and iPhone 4, all on 4.1 firmware. iPod Touch 3G and 4G, again on 4.1 firmware. iPad is supported on 3.2.2 firmware, and Apple TV 2nd Gen is supported on 4.1 firmware. You can get all those firmwares here at this link, okay guys? So this is how we should be set up on your desktop. So you should have of course the Pwnage Tool and the firmware for the respective device that's supported that you wish to choose. Okay, again everything I've dragged to the desktop. When you do download any of these the software and the firmware, it will be in your downloads, so it will be in Finder, then you can drag it from your downloads folder. So next step of course is make sure that your device is plugged in via USB. I've chosen my iPhone 3GS, and then we're pretty much good to go. So we can open up the Pwnage Tool software, click OK when it welcomes us, and we're going to click expert mode at the top here, and then make sure you click the device that suits your description. Okay, once we're good to go we can select next, and it's going to want us to browse for our firmware, and of course that is on our desktop, so I'm just going to choose desktop, and you can see there I've already pre-downloaded the firmware to save time. And you can see here, so we've got Cydia, which we want to tick of course, general. So if we just quickly go into general, we can see that we can activate the phone. So again, so this is Hacktivate. For iPhone 3G users, you will be able to add of course the multitasking, the home screen wallpaper and the battery percentage. We can set the root partition, which I'm going to leave as it is. We're going to click next. We can add the sources if you wish. Again, that's something that I add when I have Cydia within my phone. We want to make sure that Cydia installer is checked. Click next. And also for 3G users, you will be able to choose custom boot logos. Okay, so when we're done we can click build and then next. We can choose where to save it from, and again I suggest the desktop. Click save and it will start to build the firmware. Okay guys, so I've purposely left it on this screen because as soon as it builds the firmware it jumps you straight into setting your device into DFU mode. Now don't worry if you get this wrong the first time or even the second time around, because it will have this pop-up, failed to enter DFU mode, would you like to try again? And of course I'm going to click yes. Now I'm going to put the camera down and of course take you through the steps. I'll just drop that down. Okay, so as I click yes, it starts us to prepare to hit the home and power button. So home and power button for 10 seconds. Release the power button and keep your thumb on the home button. Okay, and when you're successful it will come up with a pop-up, successful enter DFU mode, close Pwnage Tool application and start iTunes and restore to the custom firmware. So I'm just going to put the camera down for a second and we're going to click OK, and of course like it said we're going to shut down the Pwnage Tool application and click at the jumping iTunes. Click OK because it recognises we're in DFU mode, and we're on restore. Again I'm just going to pop that down for a second. On restore you want to click options on Mac and restore. So like it's exactly the same. For Windows it's shift click restore, on Mac it's options restore. Okay, and then this will give you the opportunity to search for your custom firmware, and of course make sure you click at the right one. And yes, we want to continue to restore. Okay, so once we're restored, and you can see we now have Cydia on my chosen device that I've jailbroken, which is the 3GS. Of course, if you had an unlockable baseband, anything under the new 0514 and the new iPhone 4 fresh out the box baseband, then you can retain it with this software, and of course then download UltraSnow to unlock again. So for all you unlockers out there, this is the go ahead you've been waiting for. So anyways guys, it's your boy D7. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys real soon.